What is up, everyone? My name is Andrew, and today I have a little experiment that we're going to start. So, I'm pretty I'm pretty big on investing in stocks and playing the stock market and things like that. So I opened up a new account today. It's this account right here called YouTube. But today I'm going to put a prompt into ChatGPT, and we are going to watch this grow our wealth over the next year. So this is the prompt. You are managing a semi-aggressive investment portfolio. The time horizon is long-term with short-term optimization. I'm giving it $50 to start, and then of course we'll probably add money as we go. Core must stay diversified. Select one core ETF, one high growth stock, and one wildcard asset. And then it's going to explain why it picked, and it's going to recommend to buy, hold, or sell for this week only. But then as we'll go, it'll change. So the core ETF it wants us to pick is VOO, and it wants us to put 50% of our money, $25 in. So yep, this is the anchor, and I guess we're just going to continue to put money in, and then it'll fund VOO. The second stock looks like Nvidia for 30% of our funds for $15. I think Nvidia stock is a great pick. It's just shown growth that's absolutely nuts. I guess because AI, data centers, things like that. And the last one, which this one is definitely a shock to me, is basically it wants me to put $10 into Bitcoin. I'm gonna instead of putting it in crypto, I'm just gonna do the ETF. Um, which this one kind of shocks me, but I guess this is that wild card asset that it's talking about because it's so volatile. Um, buy all three, do not sell, do not rebalance, and let time do the work. So that's for this week. So today is the 29th of January. It is 2:14 p.m. Um, and then, of course, it says how this scales every new $50. It just kind of wants us to keep putting our funds in and split it exactly how we did this week, but uh, I'm sure that's probably going to change based on the market itself. So I'm going to put all of these buy orders in, and we'll see what happens from there. I'm going to move this off screen, move this to screen. Okay, VOO for $25. Buy that. Then we have Nvidia for $15. Okay. Survey is done. Nvidia is done. And then now we have to do that Bitcoin. The Bitcoin Trust ETF. Climbing over the 5-year, and that is just our remaining balance. So, wait till all of this fills, which it looks like it did fill. And we will see what happens. I will check back and give weekly updates, and we will compare this to the S&P 500 to see if it will beat the S&P. And we'll really see what the power of AI is. Of course, only investing with a small amount of money like this, $50, isn't gonna grow exponentially. The main thing I'm looking for is just a percent. The dollar figure doesn't really mean anything, because in theory, if you put a grand in here and you had a 30% return, that's great. So we're just looking for the percent return. So we're hoping that beats the S&P 500, which I'm gonna get the exact numbers for the S&P 500 over the last year. So 1 year chart, roughly 15% increase. So in a year, we're going to compare the S&P 500 to our AI portfolio manager and see which one is the best. If you guys have any suggestions about what I should tell AI to do, if I should give it different information, let me know. I'll leave the prompt that I use down in the description of the video if you guys want to try the same thing. Do this at your own risk. Investing isn't, it's not guaranteed money. You can lose it all. You can make money. Do it at your own risk. This is not financial advice whatsoever. But other than that, I will catch you guys, in a week from today with another video and an update, and we'll probably give it some more money to play around with. But thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.